Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about the PlayStation Plus problem because Sony just announced the new games for PlayStation Plus this month, and they're terrible. The internet is immediately mocking them, but I feel like this is starting to become a systematic problem, which is the fact that PlayStation Plus continues to go up. I think it's had 4 price increases since the PS5 came out, but honestly, the cost does not equate to the value. They keep removing games from PlayStation Plus, and the new stuff they're adding to it honestly just blows. But let's take a look at this month specifically and all the anger around it and why I feel like PlayStation, you gotta start putting actually good stuff in your service or no one's gonna care about it. Let's break it down. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's actually a crazy thunderstorm outside, but I can hear somebody chopping down a tree. So if you hear a chainsaw or if there's a flash of light and you hear a scream, well, that guy probably got hit by lightning, because why would you do that in the middle of a thunderstorm? But here it is. The PlayStation Plus catalog for June includes FBC Firebreak. This is basically a new multiplayer Alan Wake game. Takes place like in the Alan Wake Control universe. That's the one good game. Look at everything else. Battlefield 2042, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Hunt, Call of the Wild. What even is this? Like, literally, all the replies immediately are going, another L for PlayStation Plus. Now, here's what's funny, is that they have added and removed Battlefield 2042 like 10 times. They have added this and taken it back off the service over and over and over again, and truly, I do not understand why. I am annoyed because PlayStation Plus is not cheap. I pay by the highest tier of it, which is PlayStation Plus Premium. There are 3 tiers. Essential, which is basically your cloud saves and your online play. There's Extra, where you have access to the catalog. And then Premium, which is the catalog and retro games. But my thing is that the Premium, this is so expensive, and the games for like the entire last year have been pathetic. Deus Ex the Conspiracy. Look at the full list. We love Katamari, Train World Sim, Endless Dungeon. I don't even know what these games are for a service that's costing me almost $30 a month. Like, truly consider how much this feels like a ripoff. And I think that PlayStation realizes it, because during their stuff, they always do these teases now of, don't leave the service, please. We have good games coming up. Look, I'm obsessed with Resident Evil. I love RE2 and RE3 specifically. I'm glad these are coming, but why do you got to keep carrot on a sticky meat? Why not just drop these today? What kind of annoys me about this thing is that PlayStation has a good back catalog. They have a bunch of games already actually in the cabinet. They have a bunch of stuff that they could just drop right now. They just choose not to. And a lot of people are pointing out the fact that it's weird, the fact that where is Ratchet and Clank? Where's the old school God of Wars? They have dedicated emulators. If you've played any of the stuff on the retro game catalog, they have a full system that plays PlayStation 1 games with save states, with filters, with rewind features, and the same goes for PlayStation 2. Why do they not release their good PS2 games in there? Why don't they put the God of War games in there? Why don't they put the Ratchet and Clank games in there? The reason why, they know that people will keep paying for the idea of those games eventually coming. And I guess that's what annoys me. A bunch of stuff that goes into PlayStation Plus, my personal gripe, a lot of stuff that's been going into PlayStation Plus, especially the premium tier, never gets sold individually. When these come out, there's a good chance, there's like a 95% chance you can't just buy these. You can't just pay $10 for RE2 or $10 for RE3. You have to be subscribed to the service. And let's face it, that's scummy. And this is my thing, is when I see all this stuff, really meh month for me. Only games I'd be interested in are Deus Ex and Katamari, which I already own, and Endless Dungeon I've already played. My thing is that I'm getting to a point where, in the past, whenever I knew somebody that was going to buy a PlayStation, a PS4 or a PS5, I'd always say, get PlayStation Plus Extra, because it does have a good back catalog. It's a good way to play the older Spider-Mans and stuff. It basically has a good chunk of the games that came out like 4 to 5 years ago on PlayStation. And honestly, even that to me is still good. But the fun of this, the reason you want to keep subscribing, is for that future content. They gave us Battlefield 2042 5 times. Garbage month again. Look, man, I got to admit, if people are linking Game Pass stuff, I feel like that's kind of an own. Look how only 5 likes on it, but still, this stuff, a lot of this stuff is third party, or I guess what do you call it? Not exclusive. So these are all coming to PlayStation, but it is that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, man, it does suck that there isn't this style of crazy art of all the upcoming games coming to exclusive PlayStation Plus, right? Meaning the August games we're going to get RE2 and 3 for Premium Plus catalog. Hopefully we'll see more games day one releases. This is something they used to do a lot more. Like FBC Firebreak, this is cool. I feel like some people forget now that games like Sea of Stars launched as a PlayStation Plus Essentials release, and it was awesome. Stuff like Stray, I platinum Stray. There used to be this thing where PlayStation would actually seek out a lot of indie games and put them into the service day one to say, hey, not only is it back catalog stuff, not only is it free games you saw years ago, it's new games in the service. And now they've just completely abandoned that. PlayStation Plus is such a weird service because you have to have it to some degree. I think we all play online games. Everybody plays online games for the most part, right? Even if it's just interacting with an online component of a mostly single player game, having Essential is unfortunately essential. But PlayStation acts like these higher tiers have a purpose. Oh, Extra, Premium, these are the ones that give you the real good games. But it has been so long since we've actually had those real good games. I feel like Sony at this point actually needs to just start dropping the back catalog that they own. Like right now, the Nintendo Switch just came out. I think they said it sold 3.5 million units in the first weekend, which makes it the highest selling console of all time. I do think to some degree that's because people are buying it off the nostalgia. The fact that you can now play GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch. The fact that you can play Mario and Zelda and stuff like that. You can play old school games and new school games. I feel like PlayStation is so obsessed with making the next big live service game, the next Concord, they kind of forget, hey, we got into PlayStation originally because of those classics. I'm glad I can play the original Resident Evil 7, I'm glad I can play the original Final Fantasy 7 on my system and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'm glad I can play the Resident Evil 3 remake, and soon I'll be able to play the Resident Evil 3 original. But I feel like they need to actually reach into their own back catalog. Give us the games that you own. Let us play God of War. Let us play Ratchet and Clank. Let us actually play the stuff that you already have. What do you have to lose? I just wanted to do a little angry rant while this guy probably chainsaws himself in half. I love you very much. How do you feel about PlayStation Plus right now? And are you as frustrated as I am with the service and honestly with the price? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. Oh boy, oh boy. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.